Hello, everyone. My name is William Ellebrock, and I am in show production here at Full Sail University, in the lovely SD7 room here at Live One. This is my interviewee, Andy
doing?
Nocera. He is a professional student at Full Sail University and is a theater associate, if I do say so myself.
Indubitably.
Yeah, how many shows have you done?
Back home, before I even started coming here, I had 35 shows under my belt, most of which I've done sound for, but we always kind of split we'd build the set, and then last 2 weeks before the shows started, we'd switch over and just start working on sound and lights and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, cool beans. Well, we had spoken earlier. I gave you a couple questions to answer.
Mhm.
So, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in today's society, particularly in the theatrical profession?
I mean, our generation has such ridiculously easy access to visual arts. I mean, whether it be Googling paintings, they have Photoshop where you can
I had to
manipulate
do that for a
images.
project, actually.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, in show production used to be limited to like the color intensities and angles of like the colors that or the lights they'd use. But I
Right.
mean, with production now, we can input pretty much projection, logos, videos that actually enhance the production aspect of it. So it's definitely going up and continuing to go up as the technology develops.
I got you. A lot like the Broadway theater, so they have the like hippo things in the background
Exactly.
during shows and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, next question was, what is your favorite style of visual art?
Personally, my favorite style of visual art would have to be Japanese manga. Their artist or mangaka, they get 20 pages a week to continue a plot that sometimes can go on for decades.
Mangaka is the name of the artist?
It's a Japanese word it's the Japanese translation for cartoon artists.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of what they're called. But I mean, if sorry, when they get like successful enough, they're usually adapted into cartoons, which will run for years. And I don't know. Personally, I see their cartoons as having more like values than ours cartoons in America have today. Like they're typically run off like the ideals of like never giving up on one's dreams, like
True.
the value of friendship and whatnot, as opposed to just 20 hours of or 20 minutes of mind-numbing monotony that America seems to be pumping out.
Yeah, cartoons. I've kind of... Yeah. I hear that.
Cartoons, brother.
So, with today's growing technology, as I'm sure you know, with the new iPads and the interwebs being pretty much connected to everything, do you think that, like, hinders the role in visual arts? Or, like, does it kind of diminish the visual arts because everyone can get it and it's not really an issue anymore?
Personally, I feel as if it would be a positive thing. I mean, designers now have the ability to design any sort of set or whatever they're working on from wherever they want. And the design aspect of it is no longer limited to the area in which that production is being like held.
Okay.
Like anything on the East Coast, you can have somebody from the West Coast design it, and it's just bringing ideas more together as opposed to being Eastern philosophy, Western philosophy.
Right,
you know
it
what I'm saying?
kind of adds unity to
Yeah.
everything.
And it lets ideas get out there a lot easier. So definitely a positive thing.
That's cool. And lastly, do you think your knowledge of like famous art or things you've seen on TV or in magazines, you think that's kind of shaped your creative process, kind of like molded which area you want to go, or?
I'd have to say it definitely has. I've always had difficulty taking ideas from my head and like either explaining to them or like reproducing them exactly. So
I
like
hear
to be
that.
able to like look it up and use something as like an example definitely makes that whole process a lot easier on me and the person I'm trying to explain it to, so I don't have to like go back and scream at them when they're done. It's like, no,
I
I didn't
gotcha.
want this. I wanted this. It's like, we should have explained it that way. So
I got you. So because of that, do you think you yell at everyone in Japanese a lot, or?
mate, mate.
Oh, okay, that answers that question. Alrighty, well, thank you for helping me with my project and
Anytime.
not making fun of my lack of words.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I mean,
it means a lot.
It tends to happen. So,
That was my project. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all around, I guess.